Welcome to RMS Sales Training and Inspiration. Rich Norton is here with you. We are in a great series right now, one-on-one training with Rich Norton, and we are doing a bunch of shows, and I'm very excited about how this is really progressing, and I'm learning through this as well. I have taken several representatives through this program, and we're actually doing some where I'm getting other people that are doing it together. Like right now, this past week, I've had 3 representatives. I'm doing FaceTime training in the morning. One of them is brand new. One of them has been around for a couple of months, and they're been productive, doing well. But he reached out to me and said, "Hey, Rich, I want to get to the next level. I'd like to be on doing that one-on-one training. This is fantastic." So he just joined us, and then we have another representative that's already produced and has already gotten a couple merchants right out of the gate. Went through the training program, and I told him, I said, "Look, I'm going to be doing one again next week. You can never get enough training. If you'd like to hop in and join us, you can go right through it again." He goes, "I want to do it. If I could do that again, let me do it." So he jumped in, and now this is a nice review, and as we're going over it again, I can see him growing and his excitement. He's like, "Yeah, I'm getting that. Yeah, this is great that we're going over it." So it's fantastic. So you can never, ever get enough training. But I also learned that the representatives that are producing after this are the ones that are calling me up. Or if you've been trained by another leader in our company, they'll say the same thing. All the leaders will say the most successful representatives are the ones that are calling us up. And a couple of these guys, they're calling me every day, a couple times a day. And they'll start out, they'll say, "Rich, I'm sorry to bother you." And I say, "Stop right there. You are not bothering me. That's what we're here for. If I don't answer, leave me a text, shoot me a message." Guys are sending me merchant statements. I'm like, "Here's what to do with these statements. Break them down." That's what I've been doing, walking them through it. "Oh, okay, that makes sense now." They're learning each and every day. And that's what it takes, because just going through the training program doesn't mean that you've got it down, you're doing great, that's it, you don't need any more training. I need training. We have new equipment that's going out. We have new POS systems coming out. I have no clue about some of them. I'm not knowledgeable in that area. I need training. We have other services available. There's new things. There's new technology. I need work in that area. So no matter what level that we reach, we keep growing. That's what it's all about. So keep that in mind. So I get excited to see all these representatives that are having great success, but I'm learning a lot through this, that these representatives, all representatives, need a lot of support. They need a lot of encouragement. They need a lot of help. Gone are the days of watch someone work for a couple days, call me when you got some deals. That doesn't work. Maybe for some it does, but the bottom line is I want to make sure that we as a group, we as a company, have all the tools that are available for you to succeed. We want to make sure we have all the training for you to become successful. The videos, the motivations, the inspirations, we bombard you with that each and every day. I want to make sure you've got everything it takes in order to become successful. So keep that in mind. That's what we're doing. That's what we're here for. We want you to become successful. So for those of you that are new representatives, and we know, because here's the bottom line, you go through the training program and then we don't hear from people. What that tells us, you are simply not working. Because if you're working, you are going to have a lot of questions. How do I know that? Because that's the facts. Because you don't have all the answers. The ones that are calling and driving us nuts and driving us crazy, those are the ones that are going to have the great success in our industry. So for all of you that are newer representatives, whether you're being trained by myself, any other leader in the company, you have my permission to drive me nuts and all of our team leaders nuts. In fact, I want you to do that. I'm encouraging you to do that. There is no question that's a stupid question. Learn, learn, learn. You see all the top representatives in our company. You see the top performers. You see the leaderboards. Find out who they are and say, can I talk to that guy? Can I talk to that woman right there? Can I talk to that person right there? I'll call them up and say, so-and-so wants to talk to you. Can I give them your number? 99% of them will say, have them call me or have her call me, whoever it may be. And they'll call, get to know these people. Learn from the best. This is your business. This is your opportunity. This is incredible. This is amazing. You can go as far as you want to go. You can have an amazing amount of success. We are providing all the resources for you. All you have to do is apply yourself, make the decision to go out and make it happen. If you want true success, here's what you're going to do. Put 25 business cards into your pocket each and every day. That's what we want you to do, and go out and be prepared to talk to 25 businesses. It's very rare that you'll have to do that, but if you do that, if your mindset is ready to do that, you will have great success in our industry. No secret formula, but here's what you're also going to find. You're going to gain momentum. Because if you go out and do that and you put a whole bunch of people in front of you, pretty soon, the next day, I got 3 follow-ups to go to. Friday, I got 4 follow-ups to go to. Oh, I just got a referral. Oh, I got 2 more referrals to see on Wednesday. You are building up your pipeline and all the momentum is flowing together. When you don't do that, you have no momentum. Keep that in mind. It's a very simple formula. If you go out and say, I'm going to work on Monday for a couple hours, Tuesday I'm just going to study, Wednesday I'll study, Thursday I got things going on, Friday I got to do this and I got to do that, I got to run some errands, I'll get back at it next Monday. And then you wonder why, man, I just can't get the mojo going. Things aren't happening for me. I'm going to leave my house about 9:30. My appointment's not till 11. I don't need to get out there that early. Where you should be thinking, man, I got an appointment at 11. I'm going to get out there at 8 o'clock. I got 3 hours to cold call. Imagine what I can get accomplished during this time. 3 hours. And how wonderful it is to write a merchant or 2 merchants before that 11 o'clock appointment. When you walk into that 11 o'clock, how good are you feeling rather than rusty because you left your house at 10:30 to rush to get to the 11 o'clock. I'm talking to some people right now, and I know this is hitting home with some of you. Make the commitment. Make 100% commitment. The more you put into this, the more you're going to get out of it. Again, no secret formula, right attitude, make the calls, do what the successful people are doing. Follow their plan. Make a commitment and go for it 100%. Very simple. How many times have you heard me say that? I will say it again, and I will continue to say it, because that's what it's going to take to have true success. I know you can have that. I'm excited for you and your future. So we are going to continue with one-on-one training with Rich Norton. I'm going to take you through a little bit of a review of closing, and then we're going to get into a couple other topics, maybe even how to handle objections. Got some good stuff for you today. It's going to be a great day. So let's take a short break, and I will be right back with you in a moment. One-on-one training, Rich Norton. Hey, it's Rich Norton with Retriever Merchant Solutions. I want to thank all of you for watching our shows. We're hearing a lot of great positive feedback, and I'm hearing a lot from different representatives from other merchant service companies, which is fantastic. And people are telling me, man, we've got sales teams watching your shows, but I want to be on your team. And how do I get started? How do I qualify? How can I work with your company? I love what you're doing. I love the people. I love all the shows. You guys have a lot of enthusiasm, you have a lot of direction, a lot of discipline, and great things are happening. I'm seeing representatives win trips, and I want to have that lifestyle. I want to be part of a team like that. because many of the representatives that we're talking to are coming from other merchant service companies, and no big deal, nothing bad against them, but a lot of stories that I'm hearing is that they're feeling like they're lone rangers. They've started out with a company and they got a little bit of training, maybe watched a couple videos, and then they're kind of thrown out there like, go out there and do it, good luck, you're on your own, and that's it. And a lot of them are falling flat on their face, they're struggling along, they're putt-putting along, and they're getting kind of discouraged. Well, I want you to know at Retriever Merchant Solutions, especially within my group, the RPS Super Group, you will never feel that way. We are here for your success. What separates us from everybody else is that we put a lot of time, a lot of effort, and we work together as a team. We will make sure that you're going to have great success as long as you're willing to put forth the effort. Now, people may say, what is the key to success? How am I going to have success in your industry? I want to be successful. Well, it's bottom line, two things. It's all about attitude. I always say this, attitude, attitude, attitude. Believe in what you're doing. I can put all that as one thing, and go to work. Attitude, belief, go to work. All right, if you do that, you're going to have great success. So if you're looking for an amazing opportunity and you want to join a winning team, give me a call. The email is right here, you'll see that, but also you can call me directly. You can call me on my cell phone, 904-434-4635. You can shoot me a text, I'll get back with you. I keep busy, but I will get back with you, and you can join a winning team, and we will help you have all your dreams come true. All right, we got one-on-one training with Rich Norton. I'm going to jump right into it. I was sharing some good information because you can never get enough of that. It's important that you apply yourself because none of this means anything if we don't make 100% commitment. I'm supplying all the tools for you to have great success. Now, in the last episode on one-on-one training with Rich Norton, we gave a summary, and then we also covered how to close, how to lead into the close. All that's real important. So you have your summary, you have your close, and when you get down to the end, and you've explained that, at this point, every merchant says to me, Rich, what do I need to do to get started? Very simple. All I'm going to need from you today, this is how you lead into it. By the way, who do you do your banking with right now? Bank of America. We just need a copy of a check. You write void. That's where you want your money to go into. Correctly? Yes. Excellent. And then a copy of your driver's license so we know who you are, who you say you are. Smile as you say that. I'm going to fill out the information, break out your iPad, break out your laptop, and assume the close. Are you guys a corporation or a sole proprietor or an LLC? And you begin to write the merchant up. Okay? Now, if a merchant hesitates at that point, it's important that you understand and learn how to read the body language. Now, if a merchant does not go, they don't get the voided check or they don't get the driver's license, you see some hesitation on their part, well, that means you just have to re-emphasize a point. It doesn't mean you just shut up. It means that you re-emphasize something. And you can go back to as simple as, now merchants love the fact that they're dealing with an A+ rated company. So everything that I showed you today is all backed up by this A+ rated company. That's who we are. I'm going to fill out the information. This is the savings, so kind of review a little bit. All right, now again, let me review everything so you understand. This is where you were before. I showed you the considerable amount of savings, so I'm sure you're excited about that. Oh yeah, that's great. Also, this is going to be your new equipment. As I stated, I'm going to handle the entire process. Today is Monday. You're going to get the equipment by Wednesday, Thursday by the latest. We're going to walk you through it, and then we're going to handle canceling, getting rid of your current provider. And what you're going to do, because that's important, make sure that the merchant understands that. Whether you give them a cancellation letter right there on the spot. A lot of the representatives within my group are using the service that I'm providing. You can take a picture of their statement. You can email it to my assistant Holly and give the email address. You need to have all that information. Name of the business, business address, phone number of the business, email address of the business owner's name, and then she will send a cancellation letter all printed out properly and professionally for the merchant after the equipment has been installed. That's an extra service that we're providing for you as representatives at no cost. Okay, I'm providing that at my cost. That's for all of you. So if you want to use that, by all means go ahead. If you want to leave a cancellation letter, stop back, do it yourself, send it in yourself, however you do it, make sure that part gets done. Very, very important. So you kind of have done a little review, and then you're going back to assuming the close. So if you've got a little hesitation there, merchants love the fact they're dealing with an A+ rated company. They love the fact they're dealing with me. I'm going to handle the whole process. I showed you where you are now, where you're going to be going forward. So once again, Mr. or Mrs. Merchant, everybody says, this is awesome. What do I need to do to get started? And then you go right back to that again. All I'm going to need is a check. You're going to write void. I'm going to fill everything out. We're going to have everything in writing. You get copies, and we'll have the machine here within a couple days. If they hesitate again, then you go right back to selling another point. Now let me kind of explain this again a little bit. This is what merchants love. This is what interchange. Everybody loves the fact that I break this down for my merchants, because before I have come in, many of the merchants have told me, most of them have told me, that nobody's ever educated them on what all this means. I want to make sure that my merchants understand exactly how this whole process is. So I showed you the savings. This is interchange. This is where you were. This is where you're going to be going forward. And here's a merchant assurance policy. This is going to help you close. If anybody comes in going forward and they say, we have the best program that's out there, the greatest program, tell them to call me. Give them my number. If it's lower, we're going to pay you $100 and we're going to match it, which I've been doing this over 20 years. Guess how many times I've had to do that? Not once. Okay, great. Excellent. You leave that with them. Also, we appreciate referrals. As you can imagine, I get referrals all the time. For every business that you refer us to, once they're processing over $500 in sales, you're going to receive a $100 gift card from our company. Isn't that great? Oh, wow, I can think of 5. Now they're closing themselves. So I just pointed out assurance policy, just pointed out being able to get referrals, getting the bonus. Now at this point, all I'm going to need from you guys today is a check. You write void. I'm going to fill everything out, and we'll get the ball rolling. Now you're writing the merchant up. Okay, so you do all that, and while you're doing that, no big deal, a little bit of small talk, or you can say, you guys can go back to work. I'm going to fill out the information. I'll yell at you when I need you. All right, or you can have them write down a couple things. This is what I'm going to need from you guys. Let me fill all that in. I'm slow with my typing, so I'll just, you guys go to work and I'll handle all that. So you got all that, right, with the check, copy of their driver's license. Right at the bottom of page 23, before leaving, walk the merchant through exactly what is going to happen, just like we talked about that. Remind them they're going to receive the equipment. They're going to get a phone call. If you're going to come back in and set it up, you're going to let them know you're going to do that. You're going to handle the processing. You're going to assist them with all of that, and remind them that the office will give a follow-up call. If you're doing a lease or a rental, make sure the merchant understands how all that works. So very, very important, because they're going to get a follow-up call. Let's say you did a lease for $59.99 for 48 months. Well, after everything's installed, they're going to get a verification. Nice, easy, professional verification. Hello, Joe. This is so-and-so from Retriever. Somebody with a good speaking voice will be on the phone. I just want to congratulate you on your new terminal. I want to make sure everything's working fine. Excellent. This call is being recorded for training and professional such and such. They'll do that. As you know, Joe showed you the equipment's going to be $59.99 with the full 48 months. They explained that to you. Yes, great. That's how you understood it. Great. Excellent. Well, nice talking with you. That's pretty much the phone call right there. So let them know they're going to get a call. Okay, very important that so there's no surprises at all. They're going to be expecting that. I tell a merchant, hey, when they call you, will you tell them I need a pay raise and a promotion? And that lightens it up and they laugh at that. So utilize that also. That's a good thing to do. And then also, if you're doing a lease, it's important that they understand that there's tax that's going to be charged on that also. That goes with every lease. That's a law, right? And also, here's another thing, which many representatives may not know. They have to provide, and every business pretty much has their own insurance liability policy. They're going to have to show that they have some sort of insurance. If they don't, the leasing company will charge them additional $4.95. So let them know they have the option. They can provide it. You can do this later. Send them an email. You don't have to do this all on the spot because it might be too much information. After it's installed, let them know, hey, this is what what's going to happen. You're going to have to supply either your insurance policy, and there's a form. You can leave that with them also. So leave all that with them. Leave them merchant assurance policy. Leave them business cards with your number on it, office number. Let them know I'm only one person. I have hundreds of merchants I've helped out. You can call me anytime, text me anytime, but you're probably going to get much better service if you call this number right here. Circle that number. Have them write it down. 877-599-3875. If you put them on the free paper program, that's the number to call right there. They got a customer service question, that's the number to call. Question about their statement, that's the number to call. So make that crystal clear so they're not calling you all the time. And what I do on my phone, again, I'm a busy guy, I'm only one person. I will have that on my voicemail. Those of you that have called me know that. Nice professional answering service that I use. Hey, this is Rich. Sorry I missed your call. You have reached Retriever Merchant Solutions. Real simple. So nice professional. You can go, hey, I'm sorry I missed your call. Your call is very important. If you're a merchant and you need immediate assistance, please call the customer service VIP line. That number is 1-877-599-3875. That number again, and I'll do it twice so they can write it down. That number again, 1-877-599-3875. If you're calling after hours, call the number that's on the sticker on the side of your credit card terminal. That's my message. If you'd like to leave me a message, shoot me a text, leave me a message. I'll get back with you as soon as I can. But you will find our office will be able to help you with your needs. So I'd like for them to handle that with the office because for me, I'm a sales representative. I'm not a customer service representative. I want my merchants to know that I'm there, I'm available, but that is not my job. That's why we have all those people in the office. That's their position. If they're not getting satisfaction, then they can come to me and I'll make sure that gets done. And what I do is I'll email the office to SR. Make sure you got that email address right there. And I will say, this is such and such merchant, here's their phone number, they need to change their bank account. This is such and such merchant, they have a question about their statement, please give them a call, here's the number. So I let them handle that, and 99 out of 100 times, that becomes satisfactory for the merchant. So keep that in mind. I'm not a customer service rep, I don't want to be a customer service rep, I am here to sell. If they have questions, that's what that is for there. So you leave that behind, leave the merchant assurance policy, let them know Put all this with your paperwork. If anybody comes in, says their program's better than ours, call me and we pay you $100 and match it. Never had to do that. By the way, here's our referral program. We love referrals. We get them all the time. Anybody you refer us to, once they're processing with us, the office is going to give you a $100 Visa gift card. Make a bunch of copies of these, send them to me, text me, and we will help these merchants out. Push that, encourage that, make sure you got all that information available for the merchant. So these are things that you can leave right along with the merchant. Now let's cover this part right here. Handling objections. That's on page 27. While we still got some time, sales is all about eliminating the objections before they come. Many sales representatives will state that they are losing the sale somewhere near the end, or they're having trouble closing the merchant. Very rarely do we lose a merchant in the end. The majority of the time we are losing them right from the beginning. And that's that whole program of setting the tone, assuming the close. It is important, I'm reading through this with you, page 27. It's important that you establish control right from the beginning. The way we do that is not through arrogance or being pushy. Establishing control comes from being confident. Ask questions. This helps you establish the control. The one that is in control is the one that's asking the questions. Throughout your presentation, remember, this is a conversation. You will get questions from a merchant. How you handle those questions or objections is very important, because most sales representatives and most salespeople, when they get an objection or they get a question, it throws them off from their pitch. Bottom line, we're not pitching people. We're not in the convincing business. We're helping people. So keep that in mind. Very, very, very important. So when you're talking to the merchant, we're asking questions. They're going to ask questions also. So the way you're going to handle it, let's say, for example, a merchant poses a question or they give an objection, you're going to respond positively. You're not going to get defensive, because many salespeople do that. Can't believe they asked that. Man, what a stupid question that is. You don't want to go down that route. You're going to get a much better response that no matter what they say. They throw out a question, throw out an objection. Man, that's a great point. I'm so glad you brought that up. Now you've just built up the merchant. So what you're going to do is welcome that objection, and then from that point, you're going to handle the question, right? And the way you handle the question is by giving a testimony. So backing up a little bit. So if a merchant poses a question or an objection, respond positively. What a great question. You can also respond with, I'm so glad that you brought that up, because the majority of the merchants I've been helping out have said the same thing. Now by doing that, you're going to find out you're going to get a much better response. Once you have welcomed the question, the next step is to give a testimony on how you've helped other merchants who have experienced the same issue. That's how you overcome the objection. Okay? So we're going to get into it a little bit more in the last part of our show. I'm going to take a short break, and I will be right back.
Hi, we're Rich and Lee Norton with the Hands and Feet Foundation. Hands and Feet is a wonderful ministry where we serve on the west side of Jacksonville, Florida.
And this is a ministry that's near and dear to our heart. There's so many wonderful things that happen out there. Come to 7478 103rd Street, Jacksonville, Florida, or you can go to handsandfeetfoundation.org, or if you want to go to Facebook, Hands and Feet West Side. Come and see what we do. Check us out if you'd like to give, or if you'd like to donate your time, whatever it may be. I mean, we're just loving this ministry. Love for you to be part of it as well. All right, we are back for the final segment. I hope this is helping you out. So remember that, handling objections, welcome the objection, give a testimony, and then come back with another question. And that's for everything, every part of our presentation. So if they say, we got guys like you that come here all the time. Man, I'm so glad that you brought that up, right? Really? Wow, what a great point. As a matter of fact, you're 100% right. So I'm agreeing with them. I know exactly what you're talking about. Many of the merchants that I've been helping out told me the same thing. They get calls all the time. They get people stopping in all the time, and quite frankly, they're sick and tired of it. And honest with us as a direct processor, we are too, because sometimes it makes us look bad because they throw us in with all these type of people. And what I have found out is that either a lot of these representatives are brand new, don't know what they're talking about, and the other ones simply just lie, right? So I let them know that. What merchants love about us is that we're a direct processor. They know we have integrity. They know they can get a hold of us. They love dealing with us face to face. That's what separates us from everybody else. Can you see the difference? See how I did that? I handled the objection. I welcomed it. I gave some testimonies. I agreed with them. And then I came back with another question. That's the art of handling objections. And you're going to find that it works. It may not work all the time, but it's much better than, you're wrong, you don't know what you're talking about. We're not battling it out with the merchant. Welcome the objection, welcome the question, give a testimony, come back with another question. The person that is asking the questions is the one that's in control. The final thing, another thing to keep in mind, that we're not in the convincing business. It's okay to get an objection here or there, but we do not want to battle it out with the merchant. Okay, so remember that. Sometimes it gets to a point where you just say, I'm out of here. I'm not going anywhere with this merchant. I'm wasting my time. The time I'm wasting with this merchant is stopping me from being with the right merchant. So you just let them know, hey, not a big deal. I'm going to leave you my card. I got somebody else to go help out. You're out of there. Okay? If you find that you're not getting anywhere with the merchant and you're wasting time, it's time to move on to another opportunity. Time is your capital. It's important that you spend it with the right prospects. I have that right at the bottom of page 27. You can read that over and over again. So that's how you handle objections. Great stuff that we covered here today. This is an amazing day. It's a gift from God. What you do with this day is your gift back to God. Make it an awesome one, a fantastic one. I'll see you next time on RMS Sales Training and Inspiration.